Hi there, guys. Welcome back. So this is Gbpjpy. As you know, we're back again on giving you some good contents on how to trade GBP JPY from the scratch level to the pro level and how to get some pro entries. So basically, before we start on this video on how to trade this GBP JPY, please do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're new to this YouTube channel, please subscribe and press the bell notification so that you'll get the alerts on the single release of the videos. So starting with before we start trading this GBP I will start with this question. Do you know that if you wanna trade the GBP you should basically check the correlative between the Gbpjpy and the yen basket? So as for you to be trading this Gbpjpy as a pro trader, you should first check the yen basket movement. So on our chart here, this is 1 hour's time frame yen basket. So we'll do a top-down analysis on yen basket. So starting with the daily time frame, on the daily time frame we have this sort of a thing here, but as an intraday trader we'll just be focusing along these areas here. So this is our area of concentrations, so we'll be basically concentrating with these areas without minding any other areas. As for intraday trader, we have to be focusing with these areas here, along these areas here. So after we place our eyes on these areas here, we see we had this a really cool uptrend around these areas here. As you can see, if we will basically draw our trend line around these areas here, as from this scratch, make sure you join the tails. After we join these tails, we'll have something like this, which is cool. Okay, so we had this upward trend as the market were really creating higher highs by breaking the previous highs. As you can see, the previous high was break here to create a new higher high around this areas here. As usual, before we get into deep into that chart, you should guys remember, when we are in uptrend, for us to discover this market is on uptrend, we should see this market breaking the previous higher highs to create new higher highs. That's why we say on uptrend we have sort of things we call this is a higher high to higher low, higher high to higher low, higher high to higher low. So we had previously this thing here, which was our first high around these areas here. Okay, after the market created the high, so it went for this what we call consolidations, or consolidations before the impulsive movement. So on impulsive movement, we expect to see candles of really high volatile with sharp movement, compared with this corrective movement, which we expect to see a lot of consolidations, a lot of weak candles around these areas, a lot of candles compared to this impulsive move. On this impulsive move, we expect to see few and high volatile candles with a short movement, but a short period of time, but a really huge move. Okay, so that is how we determine this, what we call an upward trend. As usual, do not forget to draw this the break of structures where had occurred along these areas here. So I'll just do like this and here. So we had this the break of market structure around these areas here. Why? Because this high was break around these areas here to create a new higher high. So we had this high around these areas here. So after the break of the high, we had high, but high again, what we call a higher high. Then after the creation of the higher high, so the sellers took off the market for a short period of time, which we had these consolidations around these areas here to create this, what we call a higher low. After the sellers after the buyers took on over the market again, so they took over the market, really sharp movement. We expect to see really sharp movement for the creation of the new higher high as the previous higher high was break around these areas here, these areas here. So the buyers break this high around these areas here, as you can see. So same applies to other move up forth, since it is still on what we call the upward move. Okay, that is what we determine this, what we call the uptrend. So I'll just keep my chart clean around these areas here. I'll just keep my chart clean and basically go back to our chart, which is around, okay, sorry, which is around these areas here. So this is on daily time frame. As we can see, we had this sort of head and shoulder, can be head and shoulder, but this upward trend around these areas here was break. Okay, the trend was break around these areas here, as we saw this huge seller candle which occurred around these areas there, okay, to break the trend line, and we see this consolidation being occurring. So as for us to know where is this consolidation gonna end, we have to go on to the lower time frame and see what where are we going to take the entries. So dropping onto the 4 hours time frame, guys, dropping onto the 4 hours time frame, here is where we clearly see our chart. So we had this clean trend until the top of this what we call the resistance level, where we tapped twice to create a double top. This is what we call a double top because the resistance was tapped twice. This is the first tap, and here we had a second tap, is what we call a double tap because it was touched 2 times. That is what we call it, a double tap. So preferring to our previous videos, we explained on how to trade a double top. Wherever on the market we see such kind of market like this on a live chart, okay, so on a live chart we see something like this and dropping like this. So whenever we see these 2 taps, can be like this, it can be of the equal, okay, or something like this. Okay, so we had this upward trend around these areas here, where we expect to see some touches on the trend like that. Yes, and here, yeah, simple like that. So after we place this, what we call the resistance zone, so we expect after the double top formation, which is basically called an M pattern. Okay, it's kind of M pattern. Okay, as you can see, so we expect this market to do some simple pullbacks, corrective movement until the top of the order block might be around these areas here or around these areas here. Okay, wherever you will just spot the order block is where we expect this movement to end its momentum. If it will order block will occur around these areas here, then we expect to see the corrective movement ending around these areas here and see the impulsive movement with huge volatile pushing onto the seller's sides. Something like this is what we expect to see on the market, okay, after the formation of the double top. So preferring back onto our live chart, referring back onto our live chart, okay, after the formation of the double top around these areas here, we saw that we had this really impulsive movement which occurred around, okay, I'll keep my chart clean, okay. So we had something like this. We had what we say, we had really this what we call a passive move. As you can see, this impulsive move was really quick and sharp, and also the candles are very big, what we call huge. As you can see, this seller candles. As you can see, these seller candles are really huge compared to these bulls candle. Okay, there is where we come to differentiate between the impulsive movement and the corrective movement. Okay, so the corrective movement took over the market until the top of the order block, which the order block was around these areas here. Okay, around these areas here. So after the top of the order block around these areas here, we basically saw that the market was really pushing its candles, really huge candles and really sharp compared to this corrective movement here. As you can see, we have this impulsive movement here, then we have this corrective movement here, impulsive. So after this corrective movement, we expect again to see a really huge impulsive movement basing on the yen pair. So on the yen basket, we have the scenario of the selling scenario. So we expect on Gbpjpy, we expect to see buying scenarios. So let's trace this back onto 1 hour's time frame. Onto 1 hour's time frame, guys, we have this another double top here. I don't think if I have really to clarify myself again on how to trade this double top, please refer back, trace this video back, okay, and you'll see on how to trade this double top. So why double top? Because we have this first tap around the resistance level and this second tap around this resistance level, and we have this neckline around these areas here. So we expect to see the hidden demands, okay, hidden demands around hidden supplies around these areas here. As you can see, we found one hidden supply around these areas here, or we can call it hidden order block. Okay, after the support of the hidden order block around those areas, we see the market at the moment. This was on Friday, I think so. This was on Friday is when the market came to tap around the order blocks areas and created the double top. This is first tap and this is second tap. Okay, I'll just drop onto a lower time frame like 30 minutes so that you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so just as a quick reminder that guys, we don't and never predict the market, but act on the market. Okay, we don't do bettings here, we act on market. As you can see, I said we had after the tap of this is an order block. Okay, the short form is OB. So after the tap of the order block, we saw the market created this chart pattern confirmation, which is a double top. If you don't know how to trade this double top, please refer back to our previous lesson and learn how to trade these double tops here, because I really explained it really well. Okay, really well and understandable way from the scratch level to the pro level. So for those who kept an eye on this pair here, so they had their selling opportunity on Fridays, they took the selling opportunities. So we expect them to take these selling opportunities until for the intraday traders, until the areas of support, which is around these areas here for the first take profits to take place. So we expect to see something like this on yen basket to the coming few weeks. So that is what we expect. As you can see, basically and dropping onto 4 hours. 4 hours, oh sorry, I'll keep my chart clean. Dropping onto the 4 hours time frame, you can see we expect to see this engulfing, but onto the 3 hours time frame, we saw we had this what we call the inside bar. For those who know the inside bar, this the bullish candle and that a small bearish candle is the confirmation that the sellers are now taking over the market. Okay, that is the inside bar. So we have this confirmation of the bear candle. So we expect to see a really quick and huge momentum dropping downwards before the corrective movement once again. So that is all what we have on yen basket. So after we have an idea, okay, an idea on the movement of the yen basket, let's now drop to the Gbpjpy and expect for us to take the buying opportunities on Gbpjpy. So we have this scenario of the buying opportunities on Gbpjpy, but we don't just go on the chart and start taking entries. No, but we have to do some technical analysis on Gbpjpy and see if they really match with yen basket, if they really correlate with each other. So I will just do a simple top-down analysis on Gbpjpy, starting with a daily time frame. So on a daily time frame, I will show you the area of concentration where we have to be concentrating with these areas here, around these areas here. This is our area of concentration while trading, while doing an intraday trade. So on the area of concentration, we see that we had this what we call an clean upward trend around these areas here. Why? Because the market kept breaking the previous highs by creating the new higher highs until when the market tapped the supply areas around those areas there, and we have this demand zone around these areas. So we have two zones. We have the supply zone and the demand zone. Okay, so when the market reached the supply zone, it had to create the chart pattern. We call it a double top. Okay, so this is the first tab and this is the second tab. As we said earlier, while trading this double top, we expect the market to drop and break the neckline, which this is the neckline. So after the breaking of the neckline, we expect market to do some consolidations to the order block areas before impulsive movement to occur again. So on this chart on the daily time frame, we will spot our order block, which will be the hidden order block around these areas. Okay, as you can see, that is where we spot. Okay, we will spot our order block. So we will just drop onto the lower time frame, which is 4 hours time frame, and see majestically what we have on 4 hours 4 hours time frame. So basing on the 4 hours time frame, guys, this is Gbpjpy. So before we push on how to trade this Gbpjpy, please guys, if you're new to this YouTube channel, do not forget and hesitate to subscribe, because your subscription is our priority, and become a great trader with us through Gbpjpy. So as we provide this free quality content and knowledge, okay, where we'll just find these other mentors been monitoring you with some cash, but we're giving you this detailed information on the forex market for free. You just have to watch and help us with your subscription. Thank you. So still going with this Gbpjpy, as I can see here, we had this pretty beautiful trend, the beautiful zone around this area here. This is a strong zone. It's a strong zone, as it was tapped around this areas here and break around this areas here, but the market failed to break this zone around the first areas here, the second area here, and when it break this zone around this areas here, we saw the market doing some pullbacks to come and retest around this areas here before pushing further down to the demand level. That is what we see. So we have seen also this touch here before the break of the zone, and we also saw this touch here. The market failed to break as it went for some powers and successfully break this areas here. So as we can see, we see the market came back to do some retracement. After the comeback of the retracement, it had this significant of pin bar, something like that. It's a pin bar. So after I see this pin bar, I see an opportunities, because first it's a retest. So the pin bar, it's a good confirmation for us to know that the market is now changing the market movement from the downtrend to its actual trend, from this corrective trend to its impulsive trend. That is the first significant of the pin bar we are watching at the moment. Okay, so dropping on the 2 hours time frame, okay, we see we have these some dojis around these areas here, which is the areas of of the the what we call it, the area of the support zone. So okay, so after this resistant turned it to be support after the break here, we expect to see these pullbacks to come and retest around these areas here. After the retracement, we expect the market to be pushing up really huge volatiles until they first take profits, which will be around these areas here, the previous high, because we expect this market to break the previous high and create a new higher high. So for those who are looking for trades around these areas here, I will just simply advise them to take entries around these areas there and push their stop losses below these two candles here. Okay, so there is where I advise them to take their entries and their take profits around these areas here. But for a pro trader, you have to take your entries as soon as possible and place your stop limits around the below the doji candle. Okay, there is where you should spot your stop losses. Yeah, so we have almost 132 pips until the first take profits. But as I can see, as for I can see we have this a huge way to go until the previous top of the market movement, which is the what we call the supply area. So hope you guys really enjoyed these videos. As usual, do not hesitate and forget spot your stop losses. Yeah, so we have almost 132 pips until the first take profits. But as I can see, as for I can see we have this a huge way to go until the previous top of the market movement, which is the what we call the supply area. So hope you guys really enjoyed these videos. As usual, do not hesitate and forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, okay, so that you'll be the first person to be viewing our YouTube contents every day of the week after we drop any new video. So guys, after you watch this video, please go do some exercises on how to trade Gbpjpy. Do some back what we call a back test on your strategies and enjoy the profits of the forex. Green Pips, become a greater trader with us. Bye bye.